YouTubers, welcome back to Yorkshireman66. I'm called Mark and I do videos just like this. So, you heard me talking earlier on another video that I was thinking about getting a push bike. Well, I am. Yes, that's what I'm thinking of doing. So, but first of all, I wanted to bring you up to date with the result of my diabetic eye screening. So thank you for attending your diabetes eye screening. Your test results show signs of diabetic maculopathy that need to be checked. Further, diabetic maculopathy is a condition where there are changes to the blood vessels on the macula, the central part of the retina at the back of your eye. We are referring you to Mid Yorkshire Hospital Trusto C specialist for further tests and discuss treatment options if required. The hospital will send you an appointment. It is important that you attend this appointment in order to protect your eyesight. Please read the enclosed leaflet, closer monitoring and treatment for diabetic retinopathy. Now that is, it's pretty worrying really, especially when you read, something like that. Yeah, because I'm not going to go through it all today, but it does go into, involves focusing on an intense beam of light on to the retina in small spots. So basically, they've caught it. Laser treatment could be a possibility and things like that. But they've caught it in time, and this is what they're trying to do. So I've just got to wait for them now to get me my appointment, basically. So that's an update. So yeah, I got that back. I went on the 18th. I got that back. About Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 5 days afterwards, so they did really well. It's a lot less than, 3 weeks to a month. It is a lot less than that. So I was quite happy. Yeah, as you gather, I think it was the previous video to this. I did mention that I was thinking about getting a push bike. Well, I've got into it. I've looked into it. I've seen my doctor, and even my doctor says, well, there's no stopping you. Your knee's not gonna hold you back. He says, but just take it steady, take it easy for a couple of months and until you build back up to it. I thought, oh, that's encouraging. Even though I could be going for eye treatment, he still said I can, do it. Obviously, you won't be able to ride your bike when you're having your treatment for your eye, because you won't, because it temporarily causes blurredness, basically. So this is what I was thinking of doing. So, and you've got all these bikes. So I did get them down to 3. I got them down to Claude and Butler trail bike, which is pretty decent really. The price is £600, but it's a Claude Butler EXP 4.0, and you can get it in a low bar or an high bar, on bike frame and that is a £600 bike, but it gives you 27 gears, 9 speed, gives you 27 gears, and the chain wheel, the derailleur, the smallest is 26, then the next size is 36 tooth, and then up to 48 tooth. I thought, that's not bad. But the Shimano cassette is 11 to 32 tooth, which is not too bad. You better go build like that. And I thought, well, do I get a mountain bike? So I've been looking at that. It's a little bit dearer. Is the mountain bike, and that is well, yeah. It's the RAF XC. £630. Your smallest cog is 22, 30 and 40 tooth. This is not bad, but again, you've got 11 tooth to 34 tooth on the rear mech. And that and them two bikes are what they call a free bike. So you got free you got free up front, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So you can get it. Yeah, I'll go into it. So them two are a free bike. This one, gravel bike, which is very expensive. It's the Radical, 630 quid, 650 quid. Claude Butler, but it's only, well, it's a 16-speed bike with 11 to 32 for the 50 times 34 tooth. So you can see where it's going and that. So you need a 34 tooth to a 52 because it's 2 bikes, only 16 speed. But I think that's a bit dear for what I want. So I'm going to discount that. I'm discounting mountain bike as well, and I'm thinking about a road bike, which I haven't. I have looked at some road bikes, or I'm looking at a trail bike, but I'm going to look around because I know you can get them pretty cheaply. I've been looking on sites, I've been looking on bike shops around near me, which are not too far away, but I've run quite a few up and they say, well, we can get you, a decent bike, but it's not going to be for a while because they're going through the same problem as everybody else. They're out of stock. Alfords are out of stock. I've been to Wakefield, they haven't got many bikes in at all. It's ridiculous. Even if they get new stock in, Alford say they get new stock in, it suddenly disappears because everyone lately wants a push bike. So, yeah, it's a bad time to want a push bike, really. But, yeah, and what I mean by 3x, 2x or 1x, well, really, up front where you crank is where you pedal. You'd either have 3 cogs, 2 cogs or 1 cog. A lot of new bikes, especially mountain bike range, are going with single buy. So it's 1 cog up front, and then you got your gears at back and a derailleur with a clutch arm and things like that. Bike I'm looking at is, because if you go with single buy, they can be clunky. I understand it why they want them on mountain bikes for going over rough stuff, but no, it can be clunky. Take my word for it. And the bike what I've been looking at, it takes tubeless tyres and they're useless. You don't want tubeless tyres. If you want one, you want a decent bike with, tyre and inner tube and all that in one, and you want it to be a clencher. You don't want to be gluing your tyre onto your rim. They're useless. They're completely. I don't know why people buy it. I think they're bought into hype, aren't they? Trail bike makes more sense for me. Yes, it's £600. But it's a Claude Butler. And that's what you're paying for. This is what you got to remember. Any bike you're buying into that name. So Claude Butler is a well-known brand. It's a well-known name. It's like Raleigh, that's a well-known name. It's like, Cannondale. They're a real old... It's like Giant. They're a well-known brand. So it's like Apollo Voodoo. They're a well-known brand at the moment. So, yeah. So you're paying into that, you're buying into hype. So what I'm going to do is, I've narrowed it down to 2 bikes. Or I rather want a road bike or a trail bike, or what I call an hybrid bike, because that's what they really are. They're a mix between the two, really. Gravel bikes are a mix between the two, but no, they're a bit too dear for what they are. And I think I can do a little bit better on that. So yeah, so you got your, like I say, you got your crank up front, and you've got you either a 3 or 2 or 1. That's what they call 3x, 2x and 1x. 3x seems to be disappearing rapidly on some bikes, and it's a shame because they are smooth gear changes and that. I've had bikes where they've had 3 on and it's been fantastic. Yeah, they've been brilliant. They've been very smooth as well. This is what I don't understand with single buy, because you get a single crank and then your gears at back. So can you imagine if you want an 18 speed, they're going to ram 18 speed on back of that hub, which they can do. Yeah, technology has moved on, it can be done, but only 1 chainring up front. It's not very good, that, and it's no good for road. And like I say, a single buy can be really clunky. I know this through experience. I've been riding bikes since I was 4-year-old. 5 when I properly went out on the road. But yeah, I've been riding bikes since I was 4. So I've got 50, I'll have 19 1971. Well, I've got 49 years on people. No, 1970, innit? Yeah, hang on a minute. How far? 1970. Cracking up. 1970. So yeah, it'd be 50, 70, 80, 80, 10, 90, 20, 2000s, 30, 2010 to 40, 2020. Yeah, 50 years. So 50 years experience I've got. Now, I've only got experience on the road bike side. Mountain bikes I haven't got so much, but this is only my opinion. And yeah, you agree with it or you don't, but this is only my opinion. And my opinion is, if I buy, say, a trail bike and it's got 27 gears and it's got 3, well, then that'll suit me. That'll suit me for almost anything. I could nip down to the shops on it, I could do a decent hard bike ride, and I can go on the bit of gravel stuff as well. I could do a bit of both. I could go down canal towpaths on it and do that. So that's the ideal bike for me. If I get a road bike, I could be stuck. Really, you could be coming unstuck because road bikes are road bikes. But you see plenty of them around on a road bike. But that's only you're only going to get, well, you're going to get a 2x on that. I haven't seen many road bikes. I have seen I've seen a fixed wheel and obviously a fixed gear road bike where they have only one drivetrain. The one drivetrain, that is weird because I used to have a 3-speed racer what had one cog up front, which is a 1x, and 5-speed down there, which is not too bad. But my first road bike was a Peugeot Pacemaker. Got it from Donovan's at Wakefield, and that were a racer, but that had Stirling Archer gears. That were a 3-speed bike with Stirling Archer and 3-speed on angle bars. And yeah, that bike lasted me from when I was 8 years old all the way to 18, and I loved that bike until someone wrecked it. But yeah, that were a nice bike. And then I think after that, I did get after that I did get a 5-speed racer, and that has only a single chainring on crank its end, and that were quite good. Yeah, I thought, well, it's a 5-speed. And then I got a 10-speed, a Blue Racer 10-speed, which my mate Kevin told me about, and I bought it. I bought it, and I indexed the gears right. I got all the gear working because cables. I was told cables were knackered. I rode it straight away because I went down from Wakey to York and back, and it did really well. But I started playing at cables, so I took all the cables out, and I redid them all. I did alt brake cable, I did everything. I got it all done, and I indexed the gears, and it was quite perfect. Until I went down a great big curve and knackered out back wheel. But yeah, so that had, a twin train, a twin, well, what they call a 2x, 2 cranks basically. And yeah, that was quite interesting. So if I go for a road bike, I'll be looking for at least, well, I'd want at least 22 speed. And I might be looking out for a Di2 as well, because Di2, yeah, there's no cable routing. You just flick a switch and it does it automatic. It's wireless. So yeah, that'll be interesting. Di2 system. I won't mind that. I've seen some bikes with it on. Like I say, I've been looking at Decathlon online, decathlon.co.uk. Been looking at them. Yeah, bikes what they've got with Di2. Yes, they're expensive. They're about starting at 650 quid, right through to over 1,000. But yeah, I mean. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, that's a road bike, and they're decent road bikes. But I've been looking at what you call it, Cannondale bikes as well. Now Cannondale do a nice gravel bike. They do a Cannondale Grail, and that's a nice bike, but it's got more gears. It's not a 16 speed, it's not an 18, but it's a 24 speed. So, you know, and that's pretty reasonable. When you look on Cannondale's website, it's pretty decent, is that? Got to know where to buy them. Then I've been ringing around shops around my local area, and so yeah, we've got some bikes in, but might not suit you. It depends on what you want. And I tell them what I'm thinking of getting is a road bike or an hybrid, what Alfred's call an hybrid, mixed between the two. And they say, oh, okay, and then I get asked, especially one at Cassie, he asked me, he says, what are people riding around your local area? I said, well, I see a lot of road bikes, and I see very, 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 very few mountain or hybrid bikes. He says, not a road bike. I thought, well, yeah. But when I explained why I want more gears, he says, a road bike will do you. I says, not with me knee. You know what I mean? I need the freedom. I need that ease, if you know what I mean. I need that big choice. So he's got one in. He's got the bike what I want in. He's got the XP 4.0 in, and he says if I wanted it, he'll knock so much off it. I think he said he knocked 50 quid off it, so it'd be 550 quid. And he'll make sure that I've got decent pedals on it, not clip-ons neither, because you don't want to buy into hype. You don't want to get a load of extras what you don't want, basically. I'm used to flat pedals, you know, doing it like that without clipping in and all. But that's what I'm used to. So yeah, so that's what I'm thinking of doing. Well, they're the two bikes what I'm thinking of getting. Is a Claude Butler trail bike or a road bike. Road bike, I've seen a road bike, I've seen a decent one. I think that were 22 speed on Decathlon. And that were only 429 quid. So yeah, it's got all the modern geometry. It's got these have got, you know, the bikes what I've been talking about on here about Claude Butler. They've all got hydraulic brakes because they're all top of range. So they've all got the hydraulic brakes and that. And so has the ones at Decathlon. The 400 and odd quid. He says you'll be able to order it, but you won't be able to have it until we can get it into stock. Oh right. And it can take a while, which is, well, I understand that, because I know my mate Kevin, he ordered a wheel from Alpha and it's taking ages, you know, a long time, but they're out of stock, and this is true of everybody else. Alphas, you go into Alphas and they've hardly got any bike, you know, or if they have, they've got things on them, and you know they're being sold, so that's the one. So that's it, really. And people will be screaming at me now. What they'll be going? Oh, you can buy off eBay and Facebook Marketplace, but you don't know if they're nicked. That's the problem, isn't it? I mean, buying a second-hand bike, you don't even know if it's stolen. I've even talked to police. I says, have you got any auctions coming up shortly in West Yorkshire? You know, what contain push bikes? And they say no, not at the moment. They will have, but not yet. Because I think they've only just had one as well, so it's going to take a while. Look, I am not sponsored by bar. Look, I'm not sponsored. This is what I'm drinking at the moment. Is water, pure water, tap water. Don't buy the special. Don't buy that crap. This is my drinking bottle. Even though I don't have a bike, it is a bicycle one. And it's a very good one at the price. So yeah, so that's what I'm thinking of getting. That's what I'm thinking of getting is a trail bike or a road bike. And I think if I wanted it, I want it for exercise really. Yeah, I really want to be able to go out, go for a decent length ride, and get some of this weight off. And that's what's prompted me to do it. But we shall see. But as I was saying. Yes, I could buy a bike off Facebook free marketplace, or I could go to eBay. But realistically, the police have told me don't even bother because they could be stolen. And if it is stolen, it finds out that you've bought a stolen bike, even if you knew or don't know, says we'll take that bike and you won't get your money back. And it's as simple as that. So it swings and roundabouts. You've got to do your investigation, and you've got to do your mathematics basically. So what I like to do, this is what me personally is going to do, is walk into a shop and buy an affordable road bike what won't fall to bits with me on it basically, because I do weigh a bit, and that's why I'm thinking of going for a trail bike, because I know they take more weight. Mountain bike will be useless because I'm not going to use it on mountain bike trails. It's as simple as that. I'm just going to use it mainly on road. My mate Kevin, he's got a Claude Butler downstairs, a mountain bike, but he's got road tyres on it, and it's fantastic. It's a nice little machine. But yeah, but if I'm going for that one, if I'm going for Claude Butler, mountain bike, like I say, it's 11 to 34 tooth front rear. Crank wheel, it's 22 by 30, 32, 22 tooth, 32 and 42. And it's the Cape Wrath XC. It's 630 quid. So really, you know, there's 3 bikes there what I could really go for. I could go for a road bike, and I could get the gearing system what I wanted. Or I'll just go for a nice cheap trail bike and see what I can afford. Or we'll see when it all clicks back into motion. I can get one. Yeah, I mean, but I do like to do face to face. I do like to walk into bike shops. There's quite a few around as well. There's one at Huddersfield still, what I used to go past, and that's still going, so I'll go there as well. And they have a decent range of bikes as well. So yeah. So if you've liked this video and you like me rambling on for half an hour, if you like this video, please like the video. Subscribe if you're new. Please share the video to all multimedia, you know, Facebook, Instagram, and things like that. Even Parler and Twitter. And please comment below. I do answer all comments, so I try to. If I miss any of you out, I do apologise. I thank you to all my new subscribers for subscribing and following me. I hope you like what you've seen so far. And thank you to all my old subscribers who've stuck with me from the beginning. I really thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I'll catch you on the next video. Bye for now.